So in this video, we'll give a brief overview of what you can export from the sales screen. So exporting is available for both open and done orders. You can export it in very much the same way. You can export your manufacturing orders or purchase orders. You can bulk select the options and then export them. You can also use dedicated filtering for specific delivery deadlines, or also use the filtering up here at the top based on any type of status, customer name, order number, whatever it is that you desire in order to export your open sales order list. Same also works for the done order list, with the difference just being that when these items export, they will contain a cost of goods sold, a profit, as well as a picked date, which makes them a little bit different in terms of what content you will receive in the export itself. But I'll go ahead and just make a quick example of it. We'll export into Excel file. And when this downloads from here below, it will then open up and you can use it. I'll go ahead and minimize my screen here and bring this one over. So yeah, here's an example of what the file looks like. One thing I want to take note of is that it's broken down by line item. So if you have a sales order that has multiple line items in it, like in this case, sales order number 2, it has 3 line items, then each and every single product that is listed on that sales order exports as a sales order line item. All that data can be manipulated and used for whatever purpose you need. As you can see, picked date, cost of goods sold, and profit are located here, but they're empty when you have an export of the open sales orders. If you are using any other extended features and functionalities like order line attributes or the additional information that's found inside of the individual sales orders, that data can be pulled out as well with this general export. The done order list works more or less the same. I'll go ahead and export that out real fast. And when you download it, you will see that the difference with this one compared to the open order list is that it should be on this one that the cost of goods sold, profit, and picked dates are occupied with information. And that is the main difference, but everything else is more or less the same. How you filter them, how you select them, and then export them, all of this can be done quite easily inside of the user interface. Now with this information, you might be wondering what's the point in exporting it. There's a lot you can do with this data. Again, when it's on the completed sales order list, you could filter that information by variant code, for example, and see what is your typical, let's say, profit per item that you're selling. And if you sell hundreds of those items and sometimes the cost is changing over time, you might be able to narrow down what is your real cost of manufacturing. In case you need to change the pricing for your products or fix the manufacturing processes that are contributing to its cost. So yeah, there's plenty of things you can also analyze. What is the velocity of your sales, like within certain periods of time? So like within a quarter, you might have high seasonality products that are selling more rapidly, and you need to aggregate that information in order to understand maybe ways in which you can update your reorder points for those products to make them into stock and optimize your inventory levels. So lots of information you can work with to manipulate and use whenever it comes to your product exports, your sales order exports. And yeah, that's pretty much more or less everything. So hopefully this will help you in terms of using Katana Sales Screen, and that this video tutorial series was helpful in getting you started.